Okay guys, what we have here is a review on the finger extensions for your VP9 or P30 subcompacts. eBay is on the left, factory in the center, and the HKparts is on the right. That's kind of what we're going to be doing through the whole video. We're going to go ahead and weigh these now. Pretty similar. Bit heavier, as you can see. Kind of get a good front view profile with them on the magazines. You can see the HKparts on the right stands up straight. It's a good view of the eBay one. Look at the material, the build quality of it. If you look, you can see how it narrows in the front there on the nose where your finger sits. Well, what that does is it actually creates a little bit of pressure on the center of your finger when you're squeezing the gun. It does fit underneath the pinky well though. Very good seam on it with the frame. Of course, we have the factory one here. Most of you should have at least one of these. Looks just like the factory grip as far as the texture goes. Ergonomics are very good. Fits really well underneath the pinky. A little bit rubbery though. The HKparts, more of a smooth construction, and I believe it's aluminum. Pay attention to how my pinky fits here. Look at this. It's a little bit short, but I have big hands now. Extra large gloves. We'll just do a drop test. Just drop on the ground. See what happens. It survived. Sure it's not loose. We need to do it again though. There we go. You can kind of hear the texture. Some of that plastic. Alright, factory. Go ahead and drop this guy. I think, the fact that it is kind of rubbery does give it a little more shock absorption. I want to show you here, it is rubbery. I mean, it bends. So when you're holding on to it, it does give. I cringe every time I drop one of these magazines. But it's got to be done. Didn't expect it to damage the aluminum, but I figured I'd just do it just to be safe. Okay, now I want to test how it seats. So this one actually seats really, really well. I actually think it seats better than the factory one. Again, these seat just fine. It's the factory one. I didn't think there'd be any problems with it. Now watch how this seats. Look at, doesn't quite. Yeah, if you slam it, yeah, it works. But if you just put pressure on the nose, or if you put pressure on the back, it doesn't want to seat. I think. Well, I don't want to come to any conclusions as far as why, but it is what it is. It is a closed slide and it is a full mag, so it's the worst conditions for it. So what do you pick? You've got pros and cons each way. I don't think any of them are perfect. I think the eBay one is automatically disqualified for not seating correctly. That's just the way it is. I think the factory one is great. I just don't like that rubbery give it gives me, and it's really hard to find the end plates by themselves unless you really want to buy a bunch of extra magazines. And we all know HK magazines aren't cheap, but if you don't have any, that might be the route you want to go. The build quality on the HKparts is superior as far as the material, I believe, even though it does weigh a little more. But I would like more real estate for my small finger. It doesn't quite sit on there all the way. So what am I going to do? I think what I'm going to do is buy their +2 rounders. I think they're a little bit larger, maybe give my finger a little more room on there, and add 2 more rounds to the magazine, which, why not have 2 more rounds? If this is a sample size of 1, so if anything changes, I'll try to make a follow-up video. But I hope you guys learned something today. If you want to comment any questions, I'll try to get back with you. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys.